him see the chat.
Hey, everybody, you can see we got a full-packed house tonight for the Comic Core Unlimited show. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We got some sweet new swag happening. Check it out. Living the king life here. This is spectacular. And you can find these, of course, on the Comic Core link there at the TeePublic shirts. But I'm going to run through this panel because they are insane, and then I'll check in on the chat, see how they're doing. I'm John from John's Comics for Kids, and our host is, as always, JD Comics. How you doing, man?
Good seeing everybody. Sorry about last night. We didn't do Golden Guys. Kids were a little bit under the weather. And we've had some severe weather here in the Midwest. I know a lot of people have been dealing with it, but so we've been a little bit rough kind of airing at the same time sirens going off. But everything's good. How's everybody's week been? It's been a good pickup week for me. Good stuff. Good show planned. Some guests. What do we got going on over here? We got Jason. I forgot about Gone Too Soon.
Got Mr. Jason, Comics Misexplained. What do we got behind you there? The Dave Brubeck Quartet.
Yeah, man. Take 5, time out. You know, it's a classic, bro.
How's your week, man?
Good, man. Yeah, just glad to be here. Just doing Heroes in Crisis research for whenever we have that discussion. You know, dude, I got like 2 pages of like notes of like.
John, you gave Jason
my grievances. These are my grievances that I have. Yeah, I have grievances.
I'm so excited for that show. I'm just going to be smiling ear to ear the whole time, watching Drew Mantru's veins pop out of his head.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm going to be there with them, dude. We're just going to be all veins everywhere, just infuriated. I needed to go out like multiple times to smoke some cigarettes. I was just like stressing. I was like, oh, God. Like, this is not fun.
All right. Well, there we got a special guest tonight, Mr. JB from Discovery Bay. How you doing? He's got a great shirt on.
Is this mic hot? You know it is. Come on. You know that mic's hot. What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me on tonight. Yeah, my shirt came in. I ordered it first day. I thought I was going to be the first one to have it, but obviously, you know, I got to bow to the king over here. But thanks for having me.
Doesn't matter where you flex. You're gonna get good show either way.
Well, I know it's on the back too. That's what my wife said as soon as I walked away. First, she was like, "What the hell is that?"
You make them laugh.
What are you talking about? This thing's great. I turned around. She goes, "It's on the back too."
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know.
And then I'll tell you, our next special guests. I have been really enjoying their channel.
You should have sent them a shirt too.
What's that?
You should have sent them shirts.
I know. I should have bought a whole pack of them and just start sending them with every box I send. So our next guests, they have an incredible channel here on YouTube. You've got to check it out. Chino's Comics and More. They've got great YouTube and they've got great Instagram going. They own their own comic shop, but they're here to talk with us tonight. Chino and Manny, guys, how you doing?
We're doing pretty good. How you doing, Chino?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm here just hanging out with you guys. We're thrilled to be on the Comic Core. I guess we're doing something right to be on the channel.
Yeah, I guess the first thing we want to say is thank you for having us, guys. Anybody that's on the chat, you know, thanks for joining us. Hopefully we can have a really cool show. John, you know, he reached out to us and it was, you know, he's been going to our live show that we do on Tuesdays, and you know, he's a very positive guy, very cool guy, and he just reached out to us, man, and we figured, you know, why not? You know, let's join these guys and let's hang out,
man. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yep.
These are, you know, some of the between JB and you guys, some of the hardest working guys in YouTube. I gotta say, like, run a shop, have a job, got family. You guys, I've seen Chino's Instagram. That guy's a soldier, man, working out hard, putting in the time.
It's all.
He just goes to the gym and he just puts a bit of water on his forehead and
it's abs. It's just abs, man. I go on there and I put I add muscles on the abs. That's it.
You lift some long boxes. That's how you get strong.
Yeah. I buy nothing but long boxes, man. I don't need the short boxes.
I lift the short boxes, man. I can't handle the long boxes.
Well, let me jump here and say hi to the chat before we get started here. We got Biggie Shack, first one in the room. Thank you, sir. Caleb the Comic Smurf Murphy's in the chat. Chris Barrett is here. Chino has already dropped in the chat, so you can link to their channel right away and sub them up or check out what they do. TJ the Slab Dragon is here. C Wood. I got a new stand shirt, so I can wear that sometime soon. Mastodon is in here. We got Kachung in here. JP's Budget Collecting. Who else we got? There's a whole crew. Chad, 90 Miles from Comics. He's not the king. He's just the joker, the jester in the chat. Old Wolf, Stephen Oates. Who else we got? Comic Books NYC, Inhuman X. Man, we got a lot of people going in here tonight. Holy cow. JD obviously just dropped in. Hello to see you, sir, and to see you, sir. Mr. Gretzky. And wow, awesome to see you guys all here. They, of course, are blaming me for being late, as always.
Thank you for the shirts, bro. I heard you're giving away a shirt tonight.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Everybody gets to be king.
The one that JB's wearing, man.
Look at that shirt, man.
So we like to start off with, we're a readers group. We love to talk about comics because we read comics. We enjoy reading comics. We're going to start off with Jason, my man, Misexplained, because I know he's going to drop some fire right now. What are you reading today, Jason?
Today, because I wasn't sure if we're going to have our discussion tonight or not. So, but yeah, I forgot you said we were going to maybe do a Sunday or something. I was like, all right. But so I was preparing for that. I was just going over a bunch of notes and a bunch of other Heroes in Crisis issues and just kind of summing up all my grievances, you know, all the beef I had with it. But yeah, so I read the new one today. Just took notes and watched a bunch of other like people's videos and reviews and stuff and listed their points and things. After that, I got to read a little bit of Batman: Last Night on Earth. I got up to like chapter 3 or 4, so I still got to finish that. But yeah, besides that, I read Doomsday Clock. I still love Doomsday Clock. I know a lot of people don't, but I love Doomsday Clock. So had a good time with that. But that's all I got to read today, John.
I hear a lot of people saying the Doomsday Clock's been solid and that they've enjoyed it, even though there's obviously the frustrating gaps between issues. I hear a lot of people just sticking with it are really pleased.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I feel like the artwork kind of tanked a little bit as opposed to early issues, but I think that's probably because of like, I guess, story changes, you know, new directions, you know, but the story is still solid and is still is intriguing and very interesting to me.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a nice read. Looking forward to the hardcover edition eventually, you know, so I'll definitely be picking.
That's probably when I'll get around to reading it too. So. JD, what about you, man? I know there's a whole mess of War of the Realms stuff dropping this week. Was there any of that stuff you were picking up?
Yep. War of the Realms, let's start with that. War of the Realms, there was a couple of big ones that came out. Ones I would pick up if you're following the storyline, obviously. Anything Jason Aaron's writing, because he's doing War of the Realms. So a good one is War Scrolls. This is part of what I've talked about before, The God Without Fear.
Yeah. I need that one.
Very good. This is good. I'm not going to talk about it because I want everybody to read it.
Thank you.
The Doctor Strange story in there after that intrigued me a little bit. I like to see more from this. It's the first thing I've ever read by this guy. It's pretty good. This right here, I don't know. A lot of comic shops told me they were selling out of this book. Is that right? I mean, it's Spider-Man: League of the Realms. At least Comics, they said they sold out or whatever.
They can buy from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a lot of it on the shelf. I didn't really care, but I wanted to check this out. I did not get a chance to read it all the way through. I started a little bit, then I got sidetracked, and it's not really I don't know. Next, Jason Aaron Thor, real good, really good. I'm not going to talk about it because it's about a different kind of. It's about Odin's brother, so it's really cool. Still in the Marvel world, let's go over Thanos.
I really
picked up number 2 of the Trini Howard. The artwork inside is really good. It's actually an impressively drawn one. Mortal Hulk, I had to pick up this cover. I mean, everybody, I don't know what Mortal Hulk cover not to get. That's not Alex Ross. Okay.
JD, can you hold it to your face?
Yeah.
Exactly. Huh?
Awesome.
That's Jeffrey Comic-Con's new logo. And Marvel did a really cool thing. There was a good, well, I'll get into the Star Wars one. There was Vader Dark Visions. This was another Dennis Hopeless. I do like it. Cool story again. Vader's not the main guy, but a good storyline. Pretty cool. I like this kind of stuff. Now, what they did for the first time ever is, if you know the original first Star Wars comic, 1977, by the first comic book I was ever given. The one I've ever bought. First one I was ever given was a Star Wars 1. That series stopped in 1983 at number 107. 108 came out today.
It was just so 30 years, 40, 50 years later.
That was by Rosenberg, right?
What?
That was by Rosenberg, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of ones in there. Rosenberg's in there. The art is Walt Simonson on the cover. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Vintage Star Wars right there. There's a lot. Alex Ross is drawn in here. It pretty much is a bunch of short stories that tie up all the loose ends, coming from the first 103 about characters you never got a chance to see. Pretty cool shot of Luke, Return of the Jedi era, trying to stop the Millennium Falcon from leaving. You know, it's just cool stuff. They got that bunny who's in it. Good stuff. Pick it up. My pick of the week just because it's a classic.
Oh, Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars.
It's classic.
All right, is that it for you, JD?
Yeah, it's good.
What about you, JB? You reading anything this week?
I'm getting ready for book club.
There you go.
Fine. You know, I don't think I've never read this before. It's not very good. But I will tell you that, man, now I know why I love Wolverine. He was only 5'5". Yeah. I can relate to that. That's good stuff. Yeah. So, no, I haven't been reading too much, working on the show. As you saw, they've been getting crazy. 14 in the lineup. Come on, man. It's crazy.
Working hard, putting in the time.
Yeah.
Well, some of those I grabbed as well. Some people mentioned. I was joking around with Jason before going live. The only two books I've had time to read were Heroes in Crisis and the Batman Last Night on Earth were the two that I had to read today. And I probably felt the exact opposite of what Jason felt going into I felt like I'm not going to pick up the rest of this. I'm just
wow.
It just seems it felt like natural born killers to me. Like they do whatever you want. It's just crazy future, man. Anything can happen. It's
and
just,
yet you bought every issue of Heroes
Whatever.
in Crisis.
And this I legit thought was fantastic.
Ridiculous.
And I'm super pumped on this. It ended beautifully, and yeah.
Wow. Is this opposite day? I don't understand.
Nope. It's not Bizarro World. I grabbed one of these. I'm loving Little Bird. So this third printing cover is sick wild. I absolutely thought it was stunning. I'm looking forward to the Immortal Hulk. The last issue of Immortal Hulk was one of my favorites in a while. It was really, really good. So I'm thinking this one's going to be right in that same vein. Thanks to Rod the Comic Rican, I ended up going this. I thought JD would make you proud. I got 3 issues of Daredevil. I went back.
Sick.
The Chip
Nice, dude.
Zdarsky run, very nice.
I got
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6.
Awesome.
So I'm going to catch up on some. I mean, my LCS still had one of these on the shelf.
So good.
Well, I had a discussion today with someone, and this is pretty cool because you're talking about 2 books we were just talking about: Immortal Hulk, Daredevil, and how much better Immortal Hulk would be in a thick. Not a trade, one of those thick, not an omnibus, the in-betweeners, where it's like Immortal Hulk, just the run of the 24 issues. They pack 24 issues in there and just do that. That book, because that's how Immortal Hulk reads.
Yeah.
I think the same thing about Daredevil. Daredevil is one that I hate having to wait for it. I mean, honestly, I was talking with somebody who says, we're so fortunate that we get to read books like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing on digitally. We can read them all right now, all at one time. But if you were trying to follow that way back when,
Right.
it's got to be getting boring that you're just waiting for something else.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
I had a similar discussion too with someone. One of my friends. Were saying like if they were to have just a different option of, hey, here's the whole entire like run and like in addition for double the price,
Yeah.
right off the bat, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like I'll
We
buy
are
it. I'm not gonna buy, like, every
watching,
single
Like a binge watching.
Exactly, yeah.
Creative, man. The Netflix for comics, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they would do it all. Just give me the whole
Yeah.
run. If
Give me the whole
well, here's the problem. Obviously, not all the artwork's done and everything else. Fine.
Sure.
I'll wait.
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I'll wait. Because I know what's going to happen. Silver Surfer Black is coming, and I'm freaking out. Right?
Yeah.
Not so much Kate's, but it's Silver Surfer's back. and I know he's going to get some justice again.
And that version of Silver Surfer from Thanos was killer. Just
Right, it's going to be a finite story because we have an ending.
Yeah.
So anytime it's a finite story, they usually say it's going to be 12, 18, or 24 issues. You know, I'm sure it's Kate, so they'll green light him, you know, for 12. You know, so I don't think they're worried about losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my last two. I had to get this X-Men Grand Designs because the Storm cover is phenomenal. I just thought, and they made Rogue look like Pam Grier. I don't know if you noticed the Pam Grier look that Rogue is going with here. Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Ed Piskor's awesome. He's from Pittsburgh. They had a signing today. I couldn't make it out. It's just storming here like crazy. I'm like, I'm not going outside for shit.
I think most of us from the Rockies to the Appalachians are covered in freaking storms.
Yeah, Ed Piskor is awesome. He also did like a hip hop kind of series of comics as well. But he writes it all, illustrates it all himself.
And I've gotten, I want to say, a couple others from this run of Grand Designs and enjoyed them. And then, of course, I had to get my Catwoman annual, Joel Jones. Look at that. The cover is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So badass.
Damn, that's nice. Yeah.
I mean, you know, now with you and Manny, you guys owning a shop, it's probably both easier to get access to, but harder to find time to read. You guys read anything this last week that you really enjoyed?
You nailed it, man. Dude, I honestly, yesterday I was gonna read some books, but I just took them and, man, I gotta make family time, man. The wife, when I get there, the first thing she says is like, "Well, you had a good show," and we talk about our day, man, and then it just gets lost. But maybe tonight, man, I'll probably read a book or two.
There's a few books that we did. I read some last night, but like Chino says,
Manny reads, man. He puts his wife to sleep reading the comics.
Nah, honestly, man, I mean, for me, I stay up kind of late and I wake up early as hell. But the thing is that you know, it's trying to find that time in between, because usually Tuesdays for us, since we do the live show, we have the new comic books and stuff like that. Yeah. It's the longest day for us, man. I wake up like at 4 o'clock in the morning for my regular job, and then I end the day here at the comic book shop, and then the show goes on to like what, 8:30 for us, give or take.
We try to limit the show to like an hour, man, but then just nonsense starts coming out of my mouth. Yeah, and then we just continue with that show for like almost 2 hours, man. And
we're talking comics, and we start talking about basketball, working out, all kind of crazy stuff.
Man. So
that's what I love about that show is that you guys, obviously you're getting through all the covers, and the people in the chat are saying, "Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to that." And you guys, it's just you. It's you guys. It's your shop. It's the way you look at books. That's what I dig about it.
Nah, it's actually scripted, bro. We spend a lot of time going over lines and making sure the jokes are on point.
Nice.
But the one book that I did read last night, and I've been reading quite a few books. Like I read Savage Avengers.
Very great. Love that book.
I like the start. I like where it's going, and I mean I think this team is awesome. Number killers in it.
That Conan Wolverine scene is just worth it, you know.
Yeah, and then this one I didn't get to read last night, but I've been big on this one because I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and then I love the video game. So this is one I'm probably gonna read tonight. The Batman Last Night on Earth, I read it last night. I enjoyed it. I like John said, maybe we're opposites. I really enjoyed it because I like more of a darker tone. That's what I've been liking about the things, like the Batman Who Laughs and stuff like that. I do like that darker tone that they're gonna drop some bad words, I guess. Maybe not super for kids. So I do dig that, and I like the whole concept. It kind of reminded me of God of War. Again, I play video games, so walking around with the head and stuff like that, it reminded me of God of War.
He likes reading cuss words because he can't say them. He has kids, man, so he can't say all that.
And then Black Label, though, right? That's Black Label.
That's Black Label. So I picked up both copies, and like you were saying earlier, for us it's easier to get the books, but it's also very, very, very bad because it's tempting as hell, bro, to pick up a lot of these books. Like, our pool list keeps growing every week, and I keep adding more and more books, like more independents and stuff like that, more number ones.
Sure.
When you check out, it's quite a bit of money, man, but it's something I was going to do anyway at other comic book shops. And it's funny because there's books that I'll miss, and usually on Wednesdays I'll probably go hunt at other comic book shops, and I'll buy a copy for myself and for Chino. So usually I'm You know, it's just money coming out the pockets. But it is what it is, man.
I mean, the thing about it is I always
we're collectors first.
Yeah, we collect comic books. We were more involved in the Silver Age game.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I see that wall back there, man.
That was impressive as hell.
Yeah. So that was what we were doing. And then obviously we were picking up some of the newer stuff, but it was like mostly keys and whatnot because like
we missed out on all our new stuff. And
we did.
That's what we learned our lesson.
When you miss out, you kind of stop going in that direction. If that makes sense, you know, because you miss out so much, and then you're like, man, how am I going to read, you know, 2, 3 years, 4 years worth of books?
And you can, but it's the omnibus or like the trade paperbacks and stuff like that. But it's
even then, as busy as we are, there's no time. And then when we got into the position of buying the store, then it kind of gave us that easy access and opportunity to at our disposal get the books and get caught up. And we have to get caught up obviously as well because a lot of our clients and customers, they come in here and they're asking for recommendations, man. So we're not reading stuff, then we're not doing them a good service. So we're reading it, which is the fun part about it is now that we can read it and give an opinion based off of it. And again, a lot of times, it is hard to read certain stuff, but when we do read, the books, and Manny does a lot more of the reading,
I kind of talked about it yesterday. We got it. There's so many damn books coming out. We have to kind of like, I take a portion, you take a portion. You read Marvel, I read some of the DC and some of the independents because there is not enough time on this planet for us to read every single.
Yeah.
You would think a comic book owner could just spend all day reading comics.
Half the time we're just shooting the stuff here with the customers. Another book I picked up that I've been really enjoying is Dark Red. I picked up issue number 3.
Okay. I almost picked that up today. I was gonna because I passed on one when we were in Chicago.
Yes.
2E2, and I wanted to get that variant there, and I was like, definitely wanted to get that one. And then I 2 and 3 today. So.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and again, I'll buy one for me and one for Chino. So he's behind on that one, but he'll be able to go back and, like he said, Netflix is. He'll be able to go back and just read 1, 2, and 3. And then the last 2 books that we're reading, that we're both keeping up with, the Symbiote Spider-Man and War of the Realms.
Yeah.
So I'm really digging War of the Realms. I was really surprised. I was worried when we placed that order because there were so many variants, and I was like, damn, dude, we're going kind of heavy, and what is this? What if it's not good,
Yeah, it's a lot of tie-ins and a lot of
But it paid off, man. We went kind of heavy, and we actually sold through like 95% of our books on War of the Realms.
But it delivered that. It helped out that the story is actually, good.
I took it home that night, which was on Tuesday, and I read it because I was like, I got to get ahead of this and find out if it's going to be good or not because, come Wednesday, if it's not that great, that way I'm not going to be surprised if it just sits there. But it sold through, and people kept coming back for more, so that's a good thing.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm going to jump. There's 38 people here in the chat and a whole bunch of new folks who've jumped in. So I'm just going to say a few hellos to Epicurean Eye Relief. I saw the Great Legend was in the chat. Bear Island Comics, Compton's Comics and Collectibles, Tier 23. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? Lots of awesome folks. And I agree. There's some people shouting out Chino Comics and more. You guys can check out their channel. They do every Tuesday. They go through all the books that are coming out. You can see the covers. You can hear reviews. You can see the chat and where they're talking about the books. So definitely check in on them there. Hudak Comics and Movies is in here. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Vu Hong is in here. That is awesome. And then JD vanished right when I needed him, but it's all good. He was going to talk a little bit about TV shows and movies that are coming up. Now that Game of Thrones is done, now that Endgame has ended, what is new? What is on the horizon? And he dropped a bomb here on me that I was not aware of that is going to definitely disturb, frustrate, or whatever Mr. Comics just explained.
Oh,
So,
I'd heard, yeah.
Hammered, JD.
Sure. So, well, now that Game of Thrones is over with, and what are we watching? Where's everybody going through? We went over this last week, but one of the things I just wanted to touch on was how big this Friday is. I mean, Friday is big for everything that came out. A lot of news that came out, but Friday is Godzilla, or today in some cities, Godzilla. That's pretty, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. What are you going to do? Another big one, obviously, Swamp Thing's coming back on the DC app. That's huge. There's Goods, Demons on Amazon Prime has got a few things coming out. So there's a lot of new series and everything coming out. So it's been pretty good. Because I don't know if anybody watches Chernobyl or anything else like that, but that's not comic related. But anyway, the big thing that happened was New Gods got a writer, everybody. They're making New Gods a movie. Jack Kirby's one of the best Jack Kirby works done. And they got a writer for the film.
Check this out.
Tom freaking King.
Yeah, he's one of the writers. Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah. I guess I heard they're supposed to do kind of like a little more focused on Mr. Miracle at some parts, which makes sense having Tom King. Although it's like his own kind of interpretation of Mr. Miracle, which is fine. It's good. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like Marvel has never really disappointed me, that bad. They're always really good movies.
Tom King?
Tom King has definitely disappointed me for sure. Yeah, but yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, we'll see how if the audiences follow, especially after Endgame. So,
well, New Gods isn't New Gods DC, right? It's the whole DC universe, right?
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, those producers over there are so inconsistent. I mean, I don't know. You get your Wonder Woman. What about you, Chino and Manny? You guys see any of those DC films? Are there any of those DC films that you thought were good that you enjoyed?
Out of the ones that came out, like you're talking about like Aquaman and stuff like that.
Batman vs Superman was epic, dude. I thought like that was like the greatest movie ever.
He's being sarcastic. No, the last few movies, which is I guess they started good with Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Batman vs Superman. I mean, I took it for what it was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Justice League. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. It could have been a lot worse. It wasn't great, but it's good enough to watch. And I have kids, so my kids enjoyed it, But then, once they did Wonder Woman, they started turning, it around. And then you have Aquaman, that was I thought it was pretty damn good too. Very enjoyable. And then Shazam is hilarious as well.
The best one. Shazam's the best one.
Yeah. Shazam's my favorite also.
Shazam's
they might be on the right track now.
Yes.
I think Swamp Thing is going to be the best. It's going to replace tons of things. Swamp Thing is going to be.
JD, that comes out Friday.
Friday.
Okay, I'm definitely subscribed to DC then on Friday.
Yeah, this is something where I've heard a lot about it. I mean, watch the trailer. Just watch the trailer. Tell me it's scary good shit. I
finally went through the DC Universe app. Like it lets you browse it without subscribing. Like you can look through everything that's available. I was like, holy crap! They have all the old school Detective Comics, all the Batman, all the old school Batmans.
40,000 comics dropped.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm definitely starting my free trial, 7-day free trial on Friday. Binge watching all or whatever Swamp Thing's available, all the Titans, Doom Patrol, and then I'm gonna read as much as possible. Then probably do the year subscription. I'm probably gonna do
that. What about you, JB? Are you a subscriber to any of that DC app stuff?
No, not yet. But I'll tell you what, I was pumped. I had to. I didn't have to. I was asked to watch a couple of the trailers for Three Men in a Basement's appearance last Friday, and I was blown away by how good those trailers were. The Batwoman trailer, that was freaking awesome, man. I think that could be a movie show.
That's WB.
CW.
CW. That's right.
Yeah, on Netflix they just put up the new season of Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl. So I've been watching Flash, and I just got to the point. I just finished the crossover episodes, the Crisis on Earth X or Infinite Crisis, whatever one. I forget which. No, Elseworlds. It's called Elseworlds. Was this event? And that was cool. It was interesting, and I guess the next one's going to be Crisis on Infinite Earths, the next season. But yeah, so that was really cool enjoying that, and that's where they introduced Batwoman into the show and that series. So that was cool. So I'm looking forward to watching Batwoman. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too.
Me and Manny always talk about it, man. We're big fans of the cinema world, and obviously Marvel they've done an amazing job,
with their movies,
with their movies. DC has always been known in my house for the cartoons, anime.
Yeah, totally.
They've always been very strong in that department.
Yeah, because the Marvel cartoons usually, like the animation movies, they sucked.
Yeah,
they're not at par, but you know, with DC now doing a little bit better in the movie department, it leaves it wide open for these superheroes that were done, you know, not so good to be properly, you know, done the way they need to be done. Because like, I mean, you know, like Manny said, I mean, we can watch, you know, Justice League, we can watch the Batman versus Superman. I actually enjoyed the very first Superman movie, the Man of Steel. You know,
Man of Steel was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I just don't like the
neck. You know, I you know, well, I didn't mind it, you know, because he's powerful. You know, he should be snapping everybody's neck, man.
They already released that movie, isn't it? What is that? That new movie came out with
Brightburn.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Brightburn, yeah.
That's the Superman.
Yeah, actually, that's one that I want to watch. But I think it's just gonna be better, man, because you know if DC continues to go in the right direction, man, I would love to see like a DC versus Marvel movie, dude. I mean, if I could see that in my life, bro.
Even if they do like an animation.
Yeah, even a cartoon, bro. Like even a cartoon of it.
But I don't think they will put their differences aside, because at the time when it did happen, before the comic books, there was money issues and stuff like that. Now Disney is freaking loaded, so you know they're not gonna bend. You know what I'm saying?
Just buy them out.
There's something that DC. You know, I'm a Marvel Comics guy, most everything, except for when it comes down to DC's app and their television content, they can take more chances than Marvel can because they're not Disney.
Yeah, true.
And that's where I think Swamp Thing comes into play as a horror, as a true horror, and then you've got the Doom Patrol, not for kids, man. No.
It's they you know, when people frown upon DC, I think they hit it in the right direction, man.
They're going. I think.
Yeah.
DC television is working great. DC Comics, Jim Lee, you suck. I say that once a week, so.
Yeah, man, you know, but no, like you said, I think they start off good because I think, you know, being in the kind of mature kind of like content, you know, when you go watch movies, it's not kids that are buying tickets to go watch movies, you know, but Disney went a different direction, which it worked out. But I think long term, man, people want to see that like Deadpool, bro. You know, people want to see Deadpool because they like to see Deadpool being stupid, killing, and doing crazy shit. You know,
kind of like the character he should be. And I mean, I
think that is streaming. Honestly, I see streaming for stuff like that, for Deadpool, for an X-Men. I honestly think Disney's not going to mess around and do. They're going to do streaming away from the theaters. They're going to pack the theaters with one thing and do the TV show with another thing. And people are going to get pissed, but it's just going to be. It'll be good either way. You know.
Yeah. And even just to me, the Dark Knight, it's still one of my favorite movies, man. I can watch that movie any day.
The Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I can. It could be on TV halfway through, and I'm gonna sit there and watch it. And my wife would be like, "You see that movie too many damn times," but I don't care, man. That movie is one of my favorite movies ever, dude.
Well, that and any crushes on
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale.
Who doesn't have a man crush on people, man? You know, it happens. He was in great shape for Batman Begins, or is it Batman Begins? Yeah, #1. Yeah, he was in bad shape.
No, to be honest with you guys, when we started watching a lot of these movies, man, it was inspirational, like to see these guys transform. And I mean, I hope it doesn't sound bad, but you know, to see these guys transform into the bodies that they get, man, that they achieve, man, it's pretty cool, man. Because you know, me and Manny, we obviously we like to work out, you know, and dude, it's a lot of work, you know, when these guys are
jacking up like in 6 months.
Yeah, they're scrawny, and then all of a sudden can put on, you know, up to 210 pounds of muscle, man. Man, that's impressive, man.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of dedication, man, and a lot of really like self-control, man. You know.
Yeah, but we're looking forward to a lot of these streaming services, man. I mean, shit, I'm kind of disappointed that they canceled Daredevil and all that stuff, you know. But I know it's gonna move to another direction. But you know, that fills in the void while you're waiting for certain things. And I love the whole thing where they release a whole damn season.
Loved it.
Watch it, you know. I like that.
The best thing to do. Do with comics. We just talked about it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Man, someone's gonna come in here, a sniper, and they're gonna get that idea, and they're gonna.
Dude, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, yeah, man, I don't care. Like I said, charge me double for the whole damn thing. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Just want to know.
I'm gonna create a comic, bro. Nothing but stick figures. So hopefully you read it, man.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be incredible.
Very incredible story.
JB, we didn't get to you. What movies and what's DC doing for you these days? What have you been enjoying movie wise? The last few movies that they've been putting out.
I enjoyed Shazam. I did. I wish I would have actually paid attention to the PG-13 rating because it really was PG-13, and the girls kind of got freaked out a couple times. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I think they're on a roll. I think DC's onto something. I think they have the opportunity to do something special coming off of, you know, the Aquaman, coming off of the Wonder Woman, coming off. I think they're on, you know, getting some uphill momentum. Obviously, they're not Marvel. They're not going to do what they just did because that was freaking epic, and it'll be the all-time top-grossing film ever.
Yeah, but total different styles too. I mean, that next for DC we have what, Joker. You know, you know, I would never see Marvel doing a movie like that. You know,
I think that Joker trailer was awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if that's where they're going to go, almost similar to, you know, what Image did, where they said, "Hey, we're just going to go for just some crazy shit. Let's try and just publish all the crazy shit we can and see what sticks." Yeah. Maybe DC saying, "Hey, let's go. Let's get edgy. Let's get real edgy."
They got crazy ass dude, man. That Joaquin Phoenix, man. He's a
hell of an actor. So
he's an actor, but man, he just looks like he's fixing to snap one day, man.
He probably.
I like the direction that they're going for sure.
All right, well, this last segment of our show, we like to talk about the comic community, the YouTube channels, the Instagrams that you're noticing, the things that we're knowing. And when it came to this week's show, obviously, Chino and Manny were the guys that I wanted to get in here. I wanted to have a little talk about what they're doing, how they're managing all this stuff, because it is a lot of work, and they're doing great work. So, guys, I want to know about that moment when you had the chance to buy this shop, when you had this. Walk me through some of that talk, that conversation that you had together.
Well, man, I think we mentioned it, but really, dude, it just came out of the blues. To be honest with you, we
it wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted for nothing, dude.
No, because me and Manny, we spent the majority of last year towards the end of the year when you know our main business is always chaotic around the summertime. Yeah. And we're always busy, but like anything, when the holidays start popping around, we have a little bit more freedom. So
it slows down a little bit.
Yeah. So me and Manny were just always going out and just spending money buying books, man, buying books that we needed to add to our personal collection and just trying to find deals.
Well, we didn't need to add them, but we wanted to add them. You know, you guys know how it is. You know.
Yeah, exactly. You never need a comic book.
It's a need because if I don't spend my money in that, I'm going to spend it in something worse. You know, burgers. I keep saying burger, man. I love burger. I ate Whopper like 2 days ago. But basically, so we have been going to our local comic book shop, but they were relatively small, man. There's a video that we have out there. If you go back and check it out, the place was very small, man. So we walked in there and they had some books that Manny was he wanted to add to his collection.
I was drooling over them books. Let's be honest. It was a whole bunch of ASM books.
So we walked in there and we just got every book that was on the wall, man. Like we said, you know what? Let's grab them all and let's work out a deal. The owner wasn't there. Michael, the gentleman that works with us, he was there. He called the owner, and the owner's like, "Oh yeah, man." He's like, "They're gonna clean me out," you know, Manny and Chino, because we had been going there and we had a relationship with the owner, Rick. And sure enough, man, the next day he said, just come by noon and then we'll work out, you know, a fair deal, man, because he knew that we were collectors and he knew that that was going to Manny's personal collection. So
yeah,
the next day we just started talking, man, and Manny just threw it out there like, man, you know, we had this vision 6 years ago that we wanted to do a comic book shop.
It was just like kind of just random conversation.
Yeah, dude, we were just talking, man, and we told him that thankfully we didn't get into it because we had our primary business, and it would have just probably, put us in a bad situation.
We probably wouldn't have been able to focus on the comic book shop like we wanted to, and I think we would have probably not succeeded how we want to.
In either one, we wouldn't have succeeded.
It would have suffered.
Yeah, because a business is it requires a lot of work, man. And in the first 2-3 years, man, you're working extremely hard, and it's just like anything, man. You're trying to juggle two businesses, and they're two different fronts. It's very difficult. So he just basically said, really, man, he's like, you need to go there, man. He's like, why don't you guys buy me out? Like, literally, he just threw it out there, and the conversation just. It became serious after that, and we're like, "You're serious, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been looking to get out, and if you guys are interested, let's work it out." And it just happened that way, man. Like we worked it out, and me and Manny went. This was after Christmas or a little bit before Christmas. I don't remember, man. It was towards the beginning of the year, and we told him that we needed up until March or February to
February, because it was around my birthday.
Yeah, to close out the deal. So the hardest thing was keeping it hush hush, because we had the YouTube channel and we wanted to say it, and we hadn't ironed out everything, so we couldn't really say anything. And then when we did iron it out, it just happened, man. And we were blessed that we had a location for our primary business,
and we went live with Bueller when we did the announcement.
Yeah, we did. I actually hit up Bueller because I said, you know what, I want to do this on your channel. That way we can, you can interviews and kind of, get us going, man, because it was a little nerve wracking. But basically what we did is we just built out in our primary location. Made it a lot bigger. Well, our wives came in here and decorated the shop.
Yeah, we take no credit.
Yeah, we take no credit for it, man. And then that's basically it, man. Overnight, it just happened, and it's something that's really beautiful because we're passionate about it, and we can do a lot of things differently that other comic book stores don't do.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it, man. And like I said, man, it's just, people. I've had people ask me about the store. I have people that have been trying to, buy a store and
or set up a storefront and stuff like that.
And that's a good thing about it is now you guys can actually know someone that's doing it, and there's questions. That's the cool thing about YouTube. Like now you can directly just plug us, then go in there and ask questions. I've had 2 guys already hit me up, and we've had hour-long conversations on the phone, and I'll tell them transparent. Like, I'm transparent about it. Look, this is what I think it's going to take. This is the struggles, this, and this. And,
Good for you.
I can't because, business, we already have a successful business, thankfully, but we went through the growing pains, and you're going to go through that in a comic book shop. You can't expect it, even if you're acquiring a name like we acquired this store. Man, it's taking a lot of effort for us to be able to get the sub count up, be able to market and get to where we're at, even at this point, and we're in, and I wouldn't be able to quit the other business to get paid fully from this one. So, that speaks a lot.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah. For sure. I honestly, huge respect for me. I can't imagine the 2 jobs, the YouTube job, the family job, to have time to even go to the gym and work out. It's amazing.
And I could break that down for you, how I do.
Hold on. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to prep I've got another show starting in about 20 minutes. But
you guys doing Hulk 181, aren't you?
You were doing we're discussing the reprint, the facsimile Hulk 181 and on my channel in about 20 minutes. But these guys are going to take you home, Chino and Manny. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys are killing it, and much respect. And I'll be in your chat every Tuesday.
I expect a shirt, bro.
I'll hook you up.
That was the deal. You said, "Hey, man, be on the channel. I hook you up with some shirts."
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, JD, Jason,
thank you very much.
We'll see you again soon.
Hey, John.
You take over, JB. You do the job here.
JB's good. They're all good. I'm sure all you guys are good at interviewing us. We're easy guys to interview anyways.
Bye, guys.
Take it easy, man.
All right, brother.
See you, John.
But yeah, so basically, man, in order to do this, you have to just wake up early, bro.
It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of hours.
And,
And like I said, I wake up like at 4 in the morning most of the time. 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Because our primary business is in construction, so I'm used to waking up early as hell. So I wake up early. The good thing is that my gym is in my garage, so I go work out in my garage. Then I get ready for work. I take the kids to school. I go to my job. Thankfully, my job is down the street too.
Right now it is.
But it is. Typically, I'm all over Houston. But right now, my job is close to the shop, so I can go to my job, and if I need to pull away, I can come to the shop. So my typical day and Chino's typical day is usually what? I wake up earlier than he does. I usually put in about maybe 15, 16 hours a day. Yeah. But it's just that's what it takes, man. You can be working a lot of hours.
Yeah, if you're a business owner, man, it's 24/7.
Yeah,
dude,
it's a lot of work, bro.
Dude, I was at the dentist today, and I told everyone, I was like, man, I'm going to the dentist. I'm getting a procedure done, and blah blah blah. And these dudes, they don't give a crap. They're calling you and they're blowing you up, and you're like, man, you can't talk. And I was like even on vacation, dude. Even on vacation, they're calling. So yeah, it's a lot of hours. I used to wake up early, but now I got a 24-hour fitness membership. So I just go whenever I get downtime, and I do my gym at home too. I have a home gym as well, but yeah, it's just a lot of hours, man. When you even if we had the comic book shop by itself, it's a lot of hours. I think we spend more hours now at the comic book shop than we do at the other business.
Yeah.
Yeah. If since you guys are in Houston, if you guys ever come across any Chopped and Screwed mixtapes, bro, send them my way. I need some DJ Screw stuff. I need some more of that. I got some DJ Paul mixtapes. You know, I need
some Paul Wall, man. You need some.
I got some Paul Wall. Yeah, dude. I need all that Texas Screw Chop stuff, man.
You're going old school, bro.
Yeah, dude. I used to live in Corpus Christi. It's pretty close to Houston.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, my aunt lives in Houston still. Yeah. I miss Texas. I miss Whataburger, bro. I miss Whataburger. Schlotzsky's. Dude.
Whataburger over In-N-Out, man. I think the Whataburger smashes up.
No doubt.
For you, especially for you, JB, In-N-Out.
Yeah, you gotta have Whataburger, man. You gotta try it, JB.
Yeah, you come to Houston, I'm gonna take you to Whataburger, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I lived in Texas for 2 years. Lived in Arlington. Worked for the Texas Rangers baseball team. Went to Houston one time. And it was the most humid experience I've ever felt in my life. The whole time I was driving into Houston, I said, man, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. And then I opened the car door, and it was just this ridiculous humidity. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Like a vacuum, right?
It was ridiculous.
You could have breathed.
You know what, dude? It's just, to live in Houston, man, it requires like, I don't know, man. Like the people that work out here in the construction, bro, there's some tough ass dudes, man. Because
it's hot as hell.
It's hot.
The humidity, though, you're wet. You're just wet. It's
dirty.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
I don't really sweat that much. That's a good thing.
If you're trying to get fit, bro, it's perfect weather, man.
Oh yeah.
It's a perfect weather, bro. You trying to shit some pounds, man, and you want to eat that Whataburger?
Head to Houston.
Yeah, you gotta live in Houston, bro.
Yeah, I used to do construction out in Arizona. I used to do metal roofing, copper metal roofing. So you got 120-degree weather with the sunlight reflecting back on you, double folds, and that was no fun. But like there's no humidity though, but it just burns you. It's not like you go outside and just start sweating immediately and you can't breathe. You know, like Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Luckily right now we've had like 2 or 3 days that have been not
overcast, cloudy.
Not too bad, but come July, dude.
August.
No, July and August. It's like if you have a pool here, man. You just want to be near the damn pool, bro. Like literally, like that's why people here are always at the pool. They're always going to like the water
YMCA.
The YMCA. Outside with the water hose. Watering their plants and watering themselves at the same time.
I think you guys might have to make some special edition laminated comic books so you can read them in the pool, you know.
Hey, get a
Water's beats off.
Get yourself a little tan too.
Nah, man, Houston's big, man, and I love Texas. The one cool thing about our job, man, our primary job is that it does allow for some traveling. So we traveled to a lot of places, man. Like we've been a lot of places in Louisiana, all up in Texas. It's taken me all the way to Florida. So the cool thing is that I can go visit other comic book stores, you know, and spend money.
That could also be a bad thing.
There's a question for you. You guys have a YouTube channel. Not every comic book store has a YouTube channel. How are you using your YouTube channel to help drive your sales up? Are you using your YouTube channel to help drive sales up?
I think we are in a sense because a lot of the new customers that come in here are just new walk-ins. They again, like there's people that are here in the area. We tell them about the channel and the Tuesday show. The Tuesday show is the one that they get all their information, because I don't read that preview stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against it.
Which are the previews?
Yeah. You're talking about the preview magazine?
Yeah, I don't read this.
So you own a comic book store, but you don't actually read the preview magazine.
No, I don't. Manny reads that, man. I look at the pictures, and Manny, because we work as a team, man. Manny does a lot more of the research, man, and then he tells me, look, this is what's going on, and this, and this. But I don't read the magazine here. I like to do it online. You know,
I love those, but like, because I love so many stories, I try to avoid reading the ones that I want to like read. You know, I'll like try to turn the page really quick.
I like getting my information online. So that's where I was going to. Like, I get my stuff online, and when I tell people like that don't want to pick up the previews, because some people don't want the previews, they want you to tell them what's coming out, right?
Yeah, that's.
Are you using any YouTubers to help drive your buying decisions? Are you guys watching like Bueller or Jim's, or the guys that are forecasting out? Are you using any of them to help decide what you're buying?
I don't, man, because I usually just go based on what you guys tell us on the live show or
on that Tuesday show.
Yeah, man, because honestly, like, dude, I watch as many of the shows as I can. But it's real hard to keep up with everybody because, we're doing the store, we're doing our regular work, and we're doing family time. And then, there's auctions and all this other cool stuff. And then in between all that, we're still trying to hunt, dude. I'm still trying to think of all these damn books. So like all the things with the upcoming shows, I kind of skim through it. But I'm old school, dude. I like making my own notes. And I love the previews. I love writing on them. I love putting a star on it. I like putting quantities. I like putting X on. Like, hell, I'm gonna pass on it. And my biggest research, honestly, tool is gonna be here at the store. I ask people what they're reading, and I try to pick their brains, because at the end of the day, and we talked about it yesterday on the live show. What's hot maybe for you guys in your state or your city, it's not selling here. Right. The Spawn black and white cover, it sits here, bro.
But are you selling to us? I mean, are you, during that Tuesday live, are you making any sales to any of us that are watching you?
Yeah,
we do sometimes. We do, because there's guys on there that are asking us. There's some YouTube guys that are actually at pool boxes here at the store.
Yeah, they're
supporting the channel and the store. So you have all those guys claiming books, even books that they're not on their pull list. So you have those guys telling you like, hey, add that to mine, just based on either cover art or something that Manny's reading, or Thoro, or myself, or Burke.
That's a hell of an advantage, guys. If that continues to grow, that Tuesday show could end up being a big part of your, weekly sales.
It's like a live pull list,
It is. It's like a live pull. That's totally cool, because basically all those people that are in there can kind of get that pulled for them, I'm assuming, if you have inventory of it prior to the next day.
Yeah, and honestly, man, I mean, when we went into this with when we started a YouTube channel, it was mostly because we wanted to kind of give our perspective on all the older books that we're picking up, and just kind of give our idea on how we do it, and how we're able to manage this, and how we talk about our teamwork and stuff like that. But once we acquired a store, and we figured let's just talk about the new books, let's show them off, because in the beginning we were lost. We weren't reading a lot of these books. So we had to go to the community. And you guys, you know, JB, you're one of the first ones that reached out to us. A lot of people reached out to us in the beginning, and you guys were feeding us all kinds of information. And it was a really awesome tool to use. And you guys helped out so much, and you kind of guided us, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't know who the Banabu Labs was. I didn't know who it was, bro. You know, and I know blasphemy, whatever it may be, but we were so out of that because we were so deep into the Silver Age, Bronze Age, that it was hard to keep up with the modern age. So whenever we jumped in here and asked you guys for that, you know, we had a video where we asked, hey guys, we need your help. We're setting up a comic book shop. You know, leave in the comment section what you're reading. Dude, that thing got filled, bro. And I just started doing some research.
Nice.
And again, it wasn't scripted, it wasn't planned, but it just worked out.
It just worked out. You know, tremendous.
And you guys have been super accepting. I mean, you guys have been so damn awesome, dude. I mean,
plus, I mean, you got Steve, who has really got DC down, Burke Nasty 54, and then Thorough, who knows. I mean, man, he's like a comic encyclopedia. So
exactly.
Yeah,
and
that's why whenever we began with them, man, we hit it off really good, man, because apart from you know, meeting each other on YouTube, man, they become really good friends, man. Like, we text all the time. You know, we text with you too, bro. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's like, yeah, you traded me for Thor on there. But
no, hey, well, speaking of that, like, who would have thought that we'll be in this kind of platform, meeting guys from different states, different cities?
Meeting guys.
Yeah, then we're meeting guys. Like, we're meeting you guys, and we're having conversations on the side, and you're building different friendships, different relationships, and then, you know, we're talking about, like, Burke Nasty saying, like, dude, I'm probably gonna head out to Houston. He texted me on the side, like, I might head out to Houston. You know, I'm planning a trip to go to Houston. If you guys ever come through here, or we go over there, you know,
you already know someone.
You know somebody, man, and you share the same path.
And not just that, like, the cool thing about it is that, you know, we've been to comic book shops or to stores and vice versa. Thoro has been to it, and Burke Nasty, and even other guys in the community. You know, I had the villain pick up a book for me yesterday that we were just talking about on
comic book villain, nice.
Yeah,
he's a cool ass dude.
The villain, you know,
the biggest hauls ever, man. Those books never stop.
So he was talking about
he needed a box today to carry his books out. He needed one of these diamond boxes, bro. That dude he's a killer, bro.
But the cool thing about it is that, you know, when you're meeting everyone on here, man, and you establish a relationship and a friendship, like, they know what you're collecting. And we've had, like, you know, Thoro go out there and say, hey, dude, and the other day we bought Thoro a book, you know. So, you know, the opportunities of going somewhere and you know, because I can't go to his city just comic book hunting, you know. It's going to cost me down a lot more money, even if I'm going to save money to buy that book. So just to have that kind of network, it's been amazing, man, because, dude, it's a really good resource. And at the same time, you know, you're doing something good for someone else.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good stuff, guys. Thanks.
That was awesome.
I'm waiting for my AF-15, JB, so I expect that next
Nice. Nice.
One of the things we also like to do, we're going to shout out your channel one more time. First of all, these guys actually, they're in the game. They're doing the shop. They're doing everything else. They're also part of the community in a big way. They're with Thoro, who, you know, he's awesome, dude. And I honestly think it's just been what a great show. What a great. Thanks a lot for sharing everything with that. That's good stuff. One other shout out I wanted to give out to one of the guy in the community. It's Mr. Comics 89.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
Yeah, I mean, I just started watching some of the stuff. It's good. I mean, just check him out. Yeah, it's pretty good. Mr. Comics 89.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
I'll put it. Anybody else have any community shout outs they want to do?
I want to mention, I don't know if you guys saw this earlier, but Cat Wren is back on the DC channel, and she did that review of Wonder Woman today. And it was really good, actually. That's actually going to be in tomorrow's recap. So
that's cool. I have to check that out. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Very cool.
And I mean, obviously, man, I think, you know, this is something that we try to do in our channel too, man. And we tell everyone, man, about the community is, you know, just support each other, man. Support, I think, if we continue, everyone continues to just support each other's channels and be a positive influence that we can create something that probably is not as big as, well, it can be as big as like the game. I know the game on YouTube is insane.
Gaming,
like,
yeah,
gaming and stuff like that, man. And I think we continue to just drive that. We can continue to reach more comic nerds. Because that's what we're all about, man. We were undercover comic nerds. Me and Manny. It gets boring talking to Manny. It was boring talking to Manny about just.
I was never undercover, man. You crazy, man. I'll be wearing that cape everywhere.
Walking down the street wearing that cape.
Yeah,
exactly,
what I mean is, like, we didn't have a lot of friends that we could share this comic book.
Let me stop you real quick. Speaking of that, having friends that weren't into the same hobby, since we acquired the store and stuff like that, some of our friends that were never into comic books are starting to pick it up now, and they're starting to realize, like, damn, so you guys were. There was a reason why you guys were collecting. These damn stores are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So. That's pretty cool, man. Just being able to do that, but it's been awesome, dude. I mean, and again, just we can all just support each other, just love each other up. Whenever I have time, I usually go back and rewatch a lot of videos. So that's when I go back and comment on stuff. So it might be 2 or 3 days late, but it's not because I'm not, it's not because we're not trying to watch. It's just that we're just trying to find time.
I try to catch up like 3 days a week. I just do nothing but watch as much as I can.
And at the end of the day, I understand, and it's a positive thing for all of us. Whenever you get that feedback, like, hey, especially when someone watches the show and they get that feedback, like, hey, dude, that was a badass pickup, or hey, dude, that was a great haul, or whatever it may be, or like, hey, I'm glad you finally got your your grill, and your grill can be anything really, but I mean, dude, it's just that encouragement because it lets you know that you're doing it. And you're accomplishing what you want to accomplish, and people are supporting the hobby that you like.
Perfect.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
We're on there. You can just watch it.
Can we give a quick shout out real quick?
Absolutely. Go
all right.
for it.
First of all, you guys should be selling to JV because that's the guy that gets that's the one guy I do watch. He's the one that gets me going in the morning to know what happened.
Yeah, look at that with the vodka tonic and everything.
The guys on the panel, all these guys, to me, we've never hung out and talked.
No.
So if you haven't subbed up to the Comic Corps and whoever else has been here, please sub up to each other. The other guy I do want to give a shout out to is Comic Ace. He goes to our channel. He's a real positive guy. Nice. And there was somebody else I wanted to give a shout out to. Thor, you guys know Thor. You guys know Burke Nasty. I should be subbing those guys up from the get-go.
He's great.
And there's somebody else in here that I might.
He did change his name to Weak Nasty.
He's a good guy. I got to meet him at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City.
I'm sure I'll think about it and I'll put it in the comment section, man. But
Baltimore.
Yeah.
But it's been damn awesome to get to know you guys on this level.
Very cool.
We had some big players actually join, man. We had the Legend Show, and I think Comic Tom came in here.
Yeah. Blaster Stash just popped in.
Nice.
Say what's up to
Came
Huey.
in here, and that's cool, man. Like when you get to see these big players come in and just plug. Yeah. We got a Comic Tom, a big fanboy over here. He wants to meet him, so we just.
He's not on camera though.
That's you guys.
That's it, man.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks a lot for joining us here on the Unlimited Show. We had a great run. Thanks, Manny and Chino. Thank you, Discovery Bay, for joining us. Rockin' JP. Always a pleasure. Comments Misexplained, once again, thank you for being a friend. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you, man.
Peace.